Go. Do. Do. I'm gonna tell you about my horse and plans. I'm gonna bring you back to the borderlands. Do you know about the game? I know about the shame. Do you know about Borderlands? I'm gonna tell you about Borderlands. Am I going to tell you about Ubisoft? They're not about the Holy Fuck. I'm going to tell you about the open world things about when things get real in Ubi Land. They're going to get the Fubi Land. If you speak freaking French, you know what to dench. The games are coming out in 2014. They're going to be so sweet, but you just don't know because they're coming out in 2014. You'll get to play Ubisoft games, but it's now open world and full of bullshit and connected. And then you go and play with a yellow padded thing. I'm going to tell you about Ubisoft. They're wonderful and they're crazy. Ubisoft, I got to tell you, Ubisoft, it's all about the horse and plans, about the single player they can, but it's all connected, people. Then you can go into the game. You can go into the game, and then jack out of the game while Megan talks to you that and everything else. It is past Black Friday and everyone's dead, and then you get to see the black girlie on stage or something like that. I don't know. All right. So EA is all about the cloud, the nice fluffy clouds. Ubisoft is all about connected bullshit. So what have we learned about E3 by paying attention? Now we have we have three down. We have the safe bet down, which is the Xbox One. We have the Orwellian douche, that is the EA. We have the Ubisoft where they have Megan Fox. Wait, wrong person. Where they have Alicia Fox. Wrong person. Where they have her talk about her iPad and creating shit on your phone. What the I have an iPhone. I don't desire an iPad, so I'm fucked. So everyone loan me $500 so I can buy this whole thing. So the horse and plants, I'm going to bring you back to the Borderlands. Oh, man. So everyone wants to go out there with your horse and plans, with your Borderlands and all that stuff that I got. And the Borderlands. So everyone excited for the Borderlands and being crazy about it. I gotta say, man, it's one of those things I sit back and I say to myself, okay, all right. So horse and plans and the Borderlands. So Ubisoft, they showed some really, really nice things. I know I sound cookie cutter. Now I'm like, oh yeah, EA showed some nice things. Battlefield was an amazing game. But I don't want to just go like, oh, Ubisoft didn't matter, okay? So Ubisoft announced Trials Fusion, Trials Frontier. No one cares. Rabbids Invasion Interactive TV Show. Just Dance 2014. All these fucking games are coming in 2014. Why don't we just say, yo, Xbox One will not be delayed, but that launch is going to be hampered as shit because everything's in 2014. Everything they announced today is in 2014. Nothing's coming out this holiday season. Nothing. It's going to be drab, dank, and bullshit. So that's going to be cool. So we have the we have the Xbox One Overflow. We have Zoo Tycoon they announced. Yeah, Zoo Tycoon, believe it or not. Power Shot Golf, and that's what you're going to get on the Xbox One and 360. So go So they're coming out with a free-to-play Mighty Quest game, closed beta, of course. That's going to be interesting to see all that stuff. There was an update that I wanted to see. All right, Dragon Age is pushed back to fall 2014. For anyone out there, they go like, ooh. So there you go. For anyone out there that was looking for some dwarf sex, I know I was looking for the dwarf sex and all that craziness. So go with the dwarf sex and the craziness. So I'm going to tell you about my horse and plans. I'm going to tell you about the Borderlands. And the crew, which we all liked. We all liked the crew. I think that the crew looks very good. Probably one of the best looking racing games from Ubisoft at the moment. That looks good. Stick of Truth, still coming out from South Park Digital Studios. That's still happening. It's under Ubisoft right now. So that's basically... the crew, definitely cool. Watchy Dogs, probably really cool. They didn't do any goofy bullshit this year with Mr. Caffeine or Trackmania or any of that shit. None of that got in with the horse and plans with the Borderlands. So yeah, a new next gen open world RPG, and it looks like a new IP. Yep, Division is a new IP. Everything's an open world RPG now. Uh, I blame. I totally fucking blame Rockstar and all that stuff. So, open world RPGs from Ubisoft. Let's see what Sony's got. Let's see what fun shit that they got over here. It's looking like the same ragtime bullshit from Ubisoft, man. It's looking like something. So we got the PlayStation. Fly. We got the Sonys and the PlayStations, babies. So how are they going to get our horse and plants? That is at 9, and we got ourselves the Borderlands. Why do I keep thinking about the Borderlands song? I know you're probably thinking like the Borderlands song. Yes, it's a song. It's called that this guy made. It's called the Borderlands. But yeah, so there it is. There it is. So the crew's cool. The invasion Ubisoft's, and it turns the animals into a playable TV show. I don't want a playable TV show. So the animals broadcast TV on Nickelodeon, which will only last for 2 episodes because damn it, they need to show their SpongeBob. Interactive TV. Fuck you. Oh look, it's interactive TV. Maybe it'll be on the Xbox One. Interactive. Okay. Future interactive elements accessible via Xbox One. That's what they want. They want the Xbox One to be TV accessible so you can play this game accessible and all that stuff. Wrong again, Bob. Wrong again, Bob. Wrong again, Bob. Stupid bastards. Don't they understand SpongeBob had to be on the air for 3.5 hours, 4 hours before anything else? Oh man, they don't know. Alright. So, there's that. Sony's last at 9, man. Sony's last at 9! So, I gotta say, we're wrapping up our last bit here of E3. We're wrapping it up. It's been a good day. Some good stuff happened. Some bad stuff happened. Dribbling the ball. Being reborn. The next generation sounds like it's more more unsocial, more internet connected. Paywalls, bullshit, and all that shit. Just saying. Do I like what I'm seeing? Oh, cool. I can run it. All right. So, developer preview of Maverick. Mac Mini early '09 or later. I have that. Mac Pro early '08 or later. Earlier. All right. So, it's the same specs like always. Okay, that's cool. iMac 2007 or later. Mine is Mac Mini. Yeah. Are you getting sleepy too? My God, I am literally passing out here tonight. You're getting sleepy too, Hardy? Oh, it's late. I know it's late over there, but dude, I already grabbed the Mountain Dew. Dude, I am so like I think I need caffeine to keep me through. I went through 3 crushes and a kickstart, and I'm already tired. I got up at 10, went down to the thing. I mean, don't get me wrong. I had to make a store run during Ubisoft. I really did. I know that sounds weird, but I always have to make a store run during Ubisoft. Not because they suck or anything, but it's nice to go like, oh, you don't miss a beat with the iPhone. You really don't. I can go like, oh, awesome, and all that stuff. You don't miss a beat with the iPhone. So I can sit here and go like, my horse and plans. I can sit here with the Borderlands. So I am very happy to sit here and say I am getting. I mean, everything's very quiet. Everything's very. Yeah, but yeah. So there's that. So definitely that is coming and all that stuff. So I need to grab some Mountain Dew. I need to grab some motherfucking coffee, man. I need something. I ran out of Mio a long time ago, so I'm so fucked. But it's boom boom boom. Man, we know nothing about Sony, man. We know nothing. We're walking into Sony blind as bats. We know nothing about Sony until we know something about Sony. What do we know about Sony? What we know? What we know about Sony? We know that Ubisoft has their Division game. We know nothing about Sony. And I was talking to a Hindu guy that came in. Very nice to see Hindu guy. He ordered the Xbox One. I said, I am not making a decision unless I hear from Sony. Not because I care about Sony, not because I don't like Sony. You know my felines about Sony. You know what I feel about Sony. So my thing is, we will know about Sony in a few. We will know. We will definitely know how Sony will roll, and that's good. That is good. And that is my worry about this whole thing, about how Sony will roll all this stuff. Hello, Mite. We need the producer of Let's Plays in here. We need FSD. Hope you, yeah. Hello, Mike. Are you ready for Sony? I'm not saying it's predictable, but KI is great. I am happy for Killer Instinct. This one's all set up, Sony. It's all set up. All you have to do is just slam it. All you have to do is slam it in. Slam it in. I just hope they don't do the same thing like they did with Microsoft, man. Microsoft canceled their red preview with people. Yeah. No. Wrong thing. Not tonight. Not tonight. Not tonight. That's Wednesday. Well, not much did they pay her. How much did they pay her? A lot of money. And they probably pay her a lot of money. She's the new host of Whose Lines Is It Anyway, Mike. Alicia Day? They had her last year. What the hell was that hashtag Gamewood? What the hell is that hashtag Gamewood? Yeah, I got Girlwood. Yeah, we already went through all the shit. We're gonna do a quick hour rundown at after Sony. We're gonna do Sony and then we're gonna do yeah, yes, yes, yes. I hope so. So can I? Yeah, they paid her with an iPad. That is no, they paid her with a yeah. Go do that. They paid her with an iPad. Can I say something? All right, all right. So about the phones and all that stuff. I don't want to buy an iPad. I don't want to buy. Okay, so Ubisoft wants me to buy an iPad. Microsoft wants to shove a freaking internet jack up my ass. I don't want an internet jack up my ass. I don't want an internet jack up my ass. Mmm. They pair with manwood. That's not funny, but it's funny. I mean, she has girlwood. What the hell is girlwood? Does that mean she could put a dildo in her pants or something? It's like I got girlwood, and I love Alicia Day. Don't get me wrong. I think she's great. I think she's great, but sometimes you look at these press conferences, and I'm talking Sleepy McGee over here at Microsoft. Look, what Microsoft showed, I'm not sniping at Microsoft. Microsoft was okay. Microsoft did their job. But Sleepy McGee over here, yeah, I'm talking to Battlefielder. I mean, it feels like even on the stage they keep talking about, like, I want them to say PlayStation 4 so bad, but they kept saying Xbox One. Like, EA's in bed with Microsoft, and it's like PlayStation 4, Xbox One. This is coming out for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. I'm like, man, this generation just seems a little better and colder. But hey, that's just how the wind blows, right? So they probably did pair in Manwood. Who knows? So here's another thing, right? That I noticed about the streams and all that stuff and all that crazy shit. Is that you play on it? Who put DRM on the stream? You son of a bitch. They put DRM on their own damn stream. Fucking assholes. Ugh. I'm gonna get it back to the horse and plants, but at least I can run the Maverick Hunt and I can run this computer lands. Yeah. So I can't believe they put DRM on the fucking screen. Man, did you hear what Alicia Day said? She said, like, oh, don't get pissy. Don't get pissy about next gen. She got out. I mean, those people are probably out there in the wolves, and people are like, man, we're about to screw over the game, and they know it. Oh, we know it. Not really buying. Not really buying. I'm just saying, these good little ponies right here, they're excited for Sony, aren't you? Pinkamena likes the freaking death. What about you, Dash? Dash likes the racing games. I agree with her. The racing games kick ass. Alright, so definitely that. Like, for me, I really am. We went through the Ubi. We went through the EA. We went through Microsoft. Microsoft was good. They set themselves up very okay. And I know I'm probably going to get in trouble, but I need to play this clip from Red 3 of what, what's his name? From Adam Sessler. He was talking about how the Xbox One and all this stuff. So Red Free Games, I love you guys. Red 3 Games. You don't have to agree with him. You can say, oh, he's bullshit, but it is Rev 3 Games. He said something about the Xbox One reveal. Do I agree with him? I don't know. I don't know if I agree. But I will play it for you guys. So this is from Rev Free before I don't own this before they get all bitchy and moany and all that stuff. So before they get like, oh, you're playing our clip. Yes, I'm playing your clip. Well, at least my computer can run Maverick, it says. Early 09 Mac Mini, which I have. I have a mid Mac Mini. Whatever that is. So I have an 09 Mac Mini. So. I got the money and I got the wallet. I'm ready to break out the shit.
Update is presented by State Farm.
All right. Day one of E3, the Microsoft press conference just ended. I gotta say, it was even more underwhelming than I actually expected. This is one of the most cautious press conferences I've ever seen. And in light of the problems that Microsoft has been happening since they made their announcement only a few weeks ago about the Xbox One, that they didn't come to it with a little bit of energy and a little bit of personality, I don't think is going to do them any favors. One thing they did do, they promised to show games, and they showed a lot of games. But underneath the surface, I didn't see much energy. It was really until we finally saw Titanfall from Respawn at the very end that it became clear what had been missing for the rest of the press conference. All 90 minutes of it was that sense of energy, that sense of excitement, that something new and special was somewhere on the horizon, was going to come with the launch of a new console. I fully expected to see something from Halo. I fully expected to see something from Rare, and we got Killer Instinct. Fine, you guys can stop emailing me about it. But all of it seemed less than attention grabbing, I guess is the word that I would actually use. They're safe games. They're games that aren't showing any application of what we saw 3 weeks ago up in Redmond, Washington, with the cloud, with all of these interesting dynamic qualities that are inside the game. These look like very pretty versions of games that have come before. And this comes to what was probably one of the most surprising things of the day, the price. I did think that $499 was going to be the MSRP for the Xbox, but I did think that Microsoft would actually say, hey, with the 2-year subscription to Xbox Live, you can buy it for $300. Get some lower price point out there, and they didn't. Not that they had to, but if you're going to say, if you buy this on day one in 2013, you're going to be paying $499, there should be a compelling reason as to why. Dead Rising 3 looks to be a launch title, but some of those signature franchises, be it Halo, be it Titanfall, they're coming out in 2014. Is there a compelling case that they made to buy the Xbox One on day one? I have to say no. Microsoft has always been very on message when it comes to these type of events, but here it was so on message, it felt unenthusiastic. Things like the live streaming and the partnership with Twitch should have been something remarkable, but the way that they presented it was almost matter of fact, and amongst all the games that they were showing, some which really didn't seem to register with anybody in the audience, none of it really stood out as giving Microsoft an identity. And this is where I think they have their biggest challenge. Despite the success of the Xbox the past generation, there's never been a sense of what it's all about, as opposed to Sony, which has always cultivated a certain type of edge, a certain type of identity with their brand. This is one of the best opportunities that Microsoft had to do that, but by keeping that plastic smile on, by not addressing the outstanding questions about used games, about the always online and what that's going to do for the user, I think that they further set themselves apart from that key demographic that they need to buy this at $499, and that is the hardcore gamer. Now, to be fair, we're going to see 3 more press conferences throughout the day, and I have my skepticism about what we're going to see from Sony, who obviously have to make a case with the PlayStation 4. But as it stands now, it's not clear what next generation gaming is all about, other than being really expensive.
Rev3 knows games, and State Farm knows insurance. With agents available 24/7.
Can I get a hot tub? Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there with a pony, with the Xbox One, with a dildo, with a diaper, and that hot chick from E4 without her clothes on. Let's see, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there with a ham sandwich, with cloud computing and a hotspot, a MacBook Air, a new MacBook Air, OS X Mavericks. All right, do that. All right, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there with an iPhone, definitely with an iPhone. Let's see, what else can State Farm can do? Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Like a hot dog. I would like a hot dog for State Farm. State Farm, give me a hot dog. All right, so I'll stop with that stuff. Yeah, great points from Seth. Stuff that I wasn't thinking of. That's why I played it, because I wasn't thinking about that. I'm telling you, $499 is a lot to choke. If you have that kind of money, I'm not saying I don't have that kind of money. I'm just saying a little less than $599 US, but if you don't have Xbox Live, and you don't have any of that shit, you're fucked. You really need Xbox Live. So the console's really $560 in reality. With the PlayStation 3, it was really $600. You just pay it up front, free online, and do it. It just worked. This is a little choking. I'm just saying. I'm like, it's not as bad as the PlayStation 3 at $700 or $600 when it came out, and then it came down to $500. It's the price where I bought my PlayStation at. It's the price I bought my PlayStation. But at least my PlayStation came with Metal Gear Solid 3. Or Metal Gear Solid 4. So I'm just saying, it's the same price I bought my PlayStation 3. And this is coming out now. So for me, I'm looking at this, and it's like, I'm not saying it's not doable. You're in the market with the iPad and all that stuff. So, you have to bring... If you like what you see with the Xbox One, by all means, don't whatever I say, don't stop me there. But Sessler's right about it. The games do seem, he's just like, oh, it's all just, it seemed very, very plastic and all that stuff. That's Microsoft. Microsoft's plastic. They don't have enthusiasm like Apple does. You ever watch an Apple conference? They have enthusiasm up the ass. I mean, Steve Jobs could sell you an iPhone faster. You can say, I want that. I was in line for an iPhone 3G before anything else. He did say that. He did say they're wearing plastic smiles. I agree. But I agree he was wearing... But they all wear plastic smiles. They don't care. They don't want to be on that stage. See, here's the thing, right? Executives are not entertainers. They're not designed to entertain. So I think a lot of us, when we see all these things, we expect to be entertained, right? By these characters. That's why we make fun of them when we're not entertained and when we're not that. So when Jack Tretton gets on the stage or any of these people, we like the people who, they're not comfortable on that stage. Let's just keep it let's keep it real. The people who are on that stage are not comfortable on that stage. When you're on a stage doing a demo and all that stuff, they're all putting on plastic smiles. They're all not me. I'm just saying, for me, if I was doing a presentation and all that stuff, I would go rogue. I would go freaking rogue and go crazy. You know me. I would go insane. I would be like freaking Matt Stone and Trey Parker last year when they went like, yeah. So it's very uncomfortable when you're on a stage trying to present something. I don't know if you ever presented something on a stage or any of that stuff and try to... It's hard. It's fucking hard. It is insanely hard. So for them wearing a plastic smile, yeah, do I blame them? They should be a little bit more excited for showing off the box and all that stuff. But I think for them, they needed to nail that they're about the games, right? Like Microsoft, I still stand by what I said about the smoke and mirror. Microsoft needs to convince the hardcore gaming market we have your back. But in Microsoft, in reality, they don't have our back. In reality, they don't have our back at all. In reality, they're gonna kick our ass. I just want to point that out. I mean, like he said about the Twitch integration, that was an afterthought. He was right about that. That was a fucking afterthought. It was an afterthought of afterthoughts. I mean, it was like, all right, how Sony said the Ustream stuff back in February. And he said, you can stream this with Ustream and the Gaikai and all that stuff. I listened to that and went like, I was sold. I was sold on the fucking PlayStation 4 when they announced it. I was sold on it because they talked about things that I cared about. And I looked at that and went like, this is a console that cares about me. This is a console that cares about what is happening. And even, like, for me, it's like, why would go PlayStation over, like, Killer Instinct and all that stuff? I know Sony's going to bring a game or the features that I like. Like, the Ustream stuff I can use. I'm using Ustream right now. It's something I can use. The Twitch stuff, yes, I have a Twitch account, and I can log into my Twitch account, but that's something I can't use right now. I can use it. It will probably be great to use. I can't use that right now. So for anyone out there to go like, oh, Raven, you just saying that, I can't use the Twitch stuff. I can't be Twitcher. So for anyone out there that goes like, ooh, how dare you say that? I can't use the Twitch stuff at all. So he said plastic smiles because it's hard doing demonstration, doing stuff like that, man. It is absolutely murder. And for the people who do get on that stage and do all that stuff, we go through all that stuff with Massive Damage and all that craziness, right? We went through Massive Damage and all that crazy bullshit, and plastic smiles is least of our worries if you ask me. I mean, so Microsoft got a lot of ground to make up. Like, he's right. There is no identity to Microsoft, but they do have an identity. I know it's a little hard to believe, but Microsoft has an identity. They are the sports, Call of Duty. Yes, the problem is they just don't know how to rein in their fan base. And I'm just so pissed off that they absolutely are the Microsoft that we all know and love. Money-grubbing bastards. But anyone that wants to take a dive into You know, it's like pre-order the console now. Here's the thing from Sony. Like I said, Sony sued Nintendo stealing design. What? I did not hear that. I'm just saying, for me, I heard nothing about Wii U's as these third parties. EA just literally just said, fuck you. And then you have the new Just Dance, like literally it's like, fuck you. And then they have other things, it's like, yeah, why don't you go fuck yourself, Nintendo? Or maybe they're saving all that shit for tomorrow, and it's like, man, there's a lot of fuck you. So there's that, and everything else about that. I mean, it seems like a lot of 2014, man, and I'll say for anyone, it's going to be a bleak fucking year for games for the next 3 months after launch of the Xbox One. I mean, you have things, but it looks like the rumors are right, and they didn't announce 20 exclusive games either. So I want you to. They announce like 6. They announced like 6 or 7 exclusive. They were like, we have like 14 exclusive titles and all that stuff. Like, okay, Killer Instinct's one of them, and that's wonderful and all that stuff. Oh, Metal Gear Solid, the Phantom Pain's coming to the Xbox One. Of course it is. But I'm just saying, what is Sony going to bring that Microsoft or Microsoft or Nintendo ain't gonna bring? And I'll say this, man. We got a price point with Microsoft, and I kind of thought they would. I think we're gonna get a price point with Sony. I really do. I think we're gonna get day and date, 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 day and date. They do that shit. We're gonna get a day and date, and it better be $400. Do it, Sony. Or if it's $500, but it's, yeah. I agree with Adam Sessler. Alright, so for next generation, everyone needs to own this. Everyone needs to own an iPhone, more exactly an iPad, because you need to control shit on your iPad. You need to tell people, I'm going to fuck you up on my iPad. No one wants to. So the iPad is a companion app for your bullshit now on your games. So that's the iPhone now. It is a companion app for your shit, for you to die shit and for you to game and all that stuff. That's basically what it is, right? So multiplayer Shanghai on your iPhone, and you can do all this shit, and you can armchair bullshit. Oh man, man. I do agree with a lot of things Adam Sessler have said. I'm not saying like, oh my god, I don't agree with him and all that stuff. I mean, that's not the point. I'm not saying I'm an armchair warrior and all that stuff. It's like, okay. Alright, I'm not saying today's predictable or any of that stuff, so I'm just saying it's like, okay. So we have Sony last, and then Nintendo's tomorrow. I have to get up at 10. That's going to be interesting and all that stuff. So we're getting up at 10. We're going to talk about way more video games than I liked. Nintendo better bring it, man. I am so freaking sick. Bring it, Nintendo. Fucking bring it. Huh. Fucking bring it. Battlefield 4 single player footage looks bananas. Ooh. You know that's my game that I'm excited about. Fucking bring it. Because I'm not really happy with all the results we're getting right now, but I'm a jaded motherfucker. Yeah. First, okay. Fucking bring it, Nintendo. Fucking bring it. So for anyone out there that goes like, oh, Raven, you're just saying that. No. Fucking bring it. And also, alright, one more thing. When he said they didn't address the DRM stuff, Microsoft wasn't going to address that. They wasn't. Now Sony, if I was Sony, right? If I was Sony, you knew Microsoft wasn't going to address that. Walk in there and say our console's not going to do this. Show it off and say, I hope Nintendo. I hope they both spank Microsoft. You ask me. Don't get me. I will keep saying it, Chris Christopher, and Mike and all you people. What Microsoft did not piss me off. From contrary belief that I sound pissed off and mad, I'm pissed off at their policies that they have. That's what I'm pissed off at. You know, I'm pissed off at the walled garden that they have and they set up themselves in. So for anyone that wants to say, oh, Raven's just pissed off that, you know, oh yeah, wrestling's on right now, isn't it? Yeah, oh yeah. Which I'm not going to watch because I got Sony to watch, and it's not that I don't care about wrestling. It's just Law of the West, Sony, your eyes are like children. Yeah, so there's that. So I need to talk to alright, so caller, Snoop Lion. You are the PC elite. You are the if there was representatives on this show from the PC elite, you are it. You are the PC elite. I gotta know, man. You must be feeling good. You must be feeling good about the PC elite race. I know I'm feeling good about the PC elite. And so for everyone, we should do the first episode of the PC Elite podcast and talk about how great we are. So I gotta say, the first order of PC Elite business is make sure that your RAM of DDR3 is over 1600 megahertz. If not, you will be gone. And make sure that you have DirectX 11 shaders over 2 gigs of RAM, or you'll be gone. And make sure that your next gen title and all that stuff will cost more than $1 bajillion. Which they're just being assholes about it. So anyone else is like, oh, games are expensive. Well, it looks like games are expensive, but they still come out on PC. So how expensive are they? They're not. So let's talk about the Xbox One console comes with fancy controller achievements. Why? Alright, to let those who get the very first Xbox One console just feel that little bit more special, Microsoft will be including specially branded controllers for those who reserve a Day 1 edition of the console. Available at select retailers, the controllers include a small graphic saying Day 1 2013 in the center of the pad. You also get an exclusive achievement. Does the achievement say congratulations? I want the achievement to say, welcome, we own you. We know your penis size and we don't care. I'm just saying, it's just that kind of thing, right? We know your penis size and we know we might use it against you. Terms of service might change, but your penis size stays forever. So, aren't they wonderful motherfuckers? In the cloud. So it's going to be expensive. We're going to have a lot of shit. And yeah, I'm a robot boy. I'm being serious now. I mean, you know, I'm like, what would that achievement be? Congratulations. Now buy our shit. You know what? The achievement should be in video of Dan Matrick. Like, there should be a video. You know what it should be? I'm serious. It should be a video of Dan Matrick after you get an achievement. It should be him pulling down his pants and just going like, yeah, I own you. Suck it. I bought it on day 1, therefore I'm going to brag about it. Yeah. You know what it should be? You know what the achievement should be? The achievement when you get it. When you get the Xbox One. When you get it day 1 in Nove, let's say 21st or whatever. It's coming in November one day. Just grab a dartboard. I'm just saying, just give me a minute. I have to find this and I wish they would bring. I wish Valve and PS4 would work together to bring Team Fortress to free to play to PlayStation 4. Probably not going to happen, but man, that would be epic. It could. Open platform like that for Sony. So this is what it should be. It should, the minute you get your new Xbox One, you open the box, you press the button.
I'm so fresh, you can suck my nuts. I'm so fresh, you can suck my nuts. Swag. I'm so fresh, you can suck my nuts. 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 Swag. I'm so fresh, you can suck my nuts. 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 Swag. I'm so fresh, you can suck my nuts. 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 Swag. I'm so fresh, you can suck my nuts. 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 Swag. I'm so fresh, you can suck my nuts.
Ah, yes. Ah, yes. I'm so fresh, you can suck my nuts. Sweat. Don't you just love the feelings of technology when you feel like I might be that fresh and they might suck my nuts. Oh, fuck me. Oh, fuck everything, man. I mean, literally, that's what it should be. It should be Balonk. I'm so fresh, you can suck my nuts. Sony, I hope to be very, 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 very happy person. I want to sleep tonight thinking of Sony and Kaz Hirai. I want to think of the Kaz Hardy. Man, I want to sleep with Sony. I want to bathe in the Sonys. I want to believe in the Church of Sony. I want to dance. I want to prance. I've been talking to myself for the last 4 seconds. Sorry, everyone. Yes, mic was off. Not muted. Off. 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 Sorry, I was trying to think if there was a new Sony video that guy made. My God, they're funny. You don't get that anywhere else. You don't get Sony videos like that. It's like, silly girl, we're going to Nintendo instead. I'm like, you damn right we're going to Nintendo instead. And it's like, yeah, you don't get things like that. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Mike was muted. I'm back. I was just wondering if there was new a Sony video out there. Unless that, I know there is another. I know there's another video. The unlikely. What was it, the first one? The Man of Sony, which was 21 hours ago. The Man of Sony. Ooh. I know we played this a little earlier, but still. Still great. Who creates these are great.
Goodbye, my son. Our hopes and dreams travel with you.
He'll be an outcast. I'll kill him.
How? He'll be a god to them.
He will be a god. That guy's way more excited than we are. Jesus Christ. They will be a god. I can't open the link. Yeah, Kyle, dude. Oh my God. I don't even know why. Kyle, dude's funny. It ain't happening. But I find it funny. I find everything just hilarious with everything with Kasserai, man. He's the head of Sony. He ain't even the head of Sony Computer Entertainment anymore. But no. But no. So this is the PS4's big coming out party. It is. This is the PS4's big coming out party. So for anyone out there is like, oh no, it's not. This is it, man. This is their big coming out party. This is the huge coming out party for the PlayStation. Definitely. So one more video for you. So we're 52 minutes from Sony. So this one gets me pumped, man. I look at this video when I get sad. I go like, yeah, they got it for me. Oh, it's on. Yes, it does. It just screams epic. I mean, it just screams, it's happening. You know it's happening. This is going. This shit's gonna hit the fan, dog. You know it's gonna happen. I'm like, yeah, it's gonna happen. Sony. Yeah, Sony, you know, they're like, yeah, Sony, boom, 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 boom. I know I showed that 2 times, but damn, I found that yesterday and I couldn't stop. I won't stop, can't stop. So what is Sony gonna do tonight? Sony needs a you know, the choir's already strung up. The choir's already ready. The choir's ready. Sony, we need your guidance. We need your guidance in the world of Microsoft. We need you to be like the old school worlds. Insomniac is a bunch of assholes. They ran to Microsoft. They ran to M Dollar. And now they're going to create a game for them. If the game fails, too bad. With Insomniac is a great developer. They make great games. They sold their soul to the devil. But hey, if it helps Xbox One sell faster, Sony, bring the pain. Bring it. Bring a stick. Bring a sword. Cleave. I believe in the Sonys. I have never believed in the Sonys until today. Where's my controller? Where's my controller? Where's my PlayStation 3 controller? Sony, I'm ready. I'm fucking ready. This is the controller that my console came with. I'm ready. I'll go to Tomcosoft. I really think they're not. I think this is already a thing that's been to bed, but I'm just saying, Sony needs to come out there and say, this is what our console looks like. This is what our console's going to do. This is our policy, what our console is. This is Sony. This is our console. In Sony, do we trust? Do we trust in you, Sony? Do we know what we are doing, Sony? Do I get to believe in Sony? Do I get to hold this controller up high after Sony announces good things? I'm going to upgrade my PC anyway. If Sony gives me everything I want and need, I will still upgrade my PC. I need a new computer. I need 4 new computers. Good one, Hardy. I'm saying, Sony, I want a yellow controller with a top on it, whatever the fuck that is. I want that. I want a new controller. I want a new controller. Raven needs a new controller. And please not let the damn thing be ugly as hell. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. You're going to bring some ugly piece of crap. I don't want it to be ugly. I want it to be elegant and nice looking. Please, Sony, you can do it. You can do it, Sony. I want a thing so elegant. I want it to be my right-hand man. I'm touching my PS3 right now. It's right there. I got my hand on the PS3. I got my hand on it. Make me believe. Make me walk through coal. Make me believe in the Sony. Make me beat that drum so hard that I want to be in that line. In that hardcore fucking line. Where I can say proudly and raise my head and put that credit card, that PayPal card, and slide that thing through. And say, I got a pre-order for a PlayStation 4. Yeah. Yeah, I do. Now I'm excited. When November rolls around, when it gets all cold and all wonderful and bundly and all those motherfuckers are being more excited for the PlayStation 4 and all that stuff, I will have my PlayStation. The controller. Yeah, I wonder if that one is going... Nope. Nope. New controller. I can't use this controller. It's so worn out. This controller in my hand. This controller. The button. The L button sticks. It sticks. So when I play a game, I have to push it back in. I have to push it back in like that. It sticks. They have to make money, you know. Rumors that the PS4 will be cheaper than Xbone. I hope so. I got $400. And I gotta say, right now I got the S and the O. Come on. I need the NY. I got the monitor. I'll say this. I had $500 to buy the Xbone. I had to buy a monitor. If the PS4 is cheaper, if they undercut Microsoft at 500, they win. If they undercut Microsoft at 400 and not do the scrupulous bullshit that they're doing, they win. They win in my heart. I don't know about your heart. I'm not a Sony guy. I am not a Sony guy. I am not Mr. DeBucket. I will not follow them to the pits of hell. I am not. This will be the first console I will follow them to the pits of hell. I usually don't. I usually don't defend the Sonys. Yes, I was there with the PlayStation 1. I was there with the PlayStation 2. I am here now with the PlayStation 3. I am no fanboy. I am no fanboy to these consoles. I have no allegiance to these consoles. I have no problem to jump ship to where I can find things to these consoles. So for anyone that can say to me, Sony, you impressed me in February. In 45 minutes, are you going to impress me again? Am I going to get back on here and say, you know what? Sony did it. Sony did it. I now need to come up with that battle plan if they do. I was going to come up with that battle plan anyway. And the other thing is, Microsoft put out that pre-order, man. They went like, oh, go pre-order the Xbox One now. No, don't do it. GameStop will screw your order. I just hope they set a date for the pre-orders so I can make my plan, so I can sleep out, so I can make those days happen. I will sleep on the fucking concrete if they announce policies that I like. I will go to Cedar Beach, Cedar Crest, whatever. I will sleep on the fucking concrete for a PlayStation. If they're smart. But they also want to make money on this bastard. Is it cheaper to make? Is the PlayStation Eye cheaper to make? I fucking hope so. I fucking hope so. We'll see. We'll see. Will PlayStation have a SKU of 500, 400? Who knows? Maybe they'll have one SKU of 500. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows if they're going to make us happy? I got to make a decision. I need a new one of these. I need a new controller. Microsoft, are you going to make me happy? Sony, are we going to give you some X's and O's here? Are we going to give you XO, 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 XO over and over? I hope so. I said this on another show. I know you don't believe me, but I said this on another show. This console doesn't feel Japanese. Do you guys feel that? This console does not feel Japanese. The PS4 does not feel Japanese. It doesn't feel Japanese. I mean, literally, like Nintendo's Japanese. If you ask me, it seems like the PlayStation 4 is coming from an American side. It really does. It feels like they are the anti-Microsoft, if you ask me. Like, when they came on that stage and they had, like, American-led system. Is that true? Is that true, Hardy? American-led system architect? Really? If it's it feels very American-led. It really does. No, that would bite, man. I mean, it's one of those things that people say. All right, it's one of those people that said, Microsoft went to the dark room and Sony went to the dark room. I bet, if you had that, I bet it was like this dark room. They went like, come in, sit. Hi, I'm Kasserai. Mark Kenny, that's who I was thinking of. Mark Kenny. I mean, it feels that's the exciting part, is when I look at that, it's like Mark Kenny seems like he gets it. It seems like he gets it. And he seems like he really enjoys what he was saying, all that stuff. He's like, yeah, I know that when they did the whole the whole reveal of all that stuff, they did it in New York, they did it in Eastern Standard Time. We didn't have to be in the middle of the night with the PlayStation Vita. The vibe for the PlayStation 4 feels way different than the PlayStation 3, way different from the PlayStation 2, way different from all these consoles that came before it. And you can sit here and go like, well, you're just saying that. No, I've seen all these consoles, man. Just the way they talk about it, the way they say things about it, it feels way different than they did. They said, okay, the architecture is x86. We got 8 gigs of DDR5, which is basically graphics RAM. And we heard about Intel saying like, oh yeah, these next generation consoles are so powerful because they have these RAMs and the APU and GPU of the AMD processors in the thing, and we can't keep up. They're saying it's powerful because all that processing unit and all that power is harnessed into the system itself. So Sony has to be smart here. They got to be smart. I mean, I'm not saying they have no room for fuck-ups, but they got to be smart. I mean, it's not like I want to hear just games and all that stuff, but a lot of that stuff, like, here's the thing, right? The price was an afterthought for Sony, for Microsoft. The price was an afterthought. Twitch was an afterthought. And all that stuff. A lot of that stuff was an afterthought. They go like, oh yeah, you can make your games like this and all that shit, and you can do this and do this and do this. Sony's got the same sharing thing, and they came out first with it. They got the same sharing stuff. They were first to say, hey, you can share your games online. They were the first ones to say that. They were the first ones to announce Ustream partnership. They were the first ones to say all that shit. So for anyone out there, it's like, this is not new. Sony already said that in February. So we need an update on the PS4 immediately. And I don't think we're going to get a PS4 out of the gate, but I would love to see Mark Cerny more. I think he's great. I really do. Mark Cerny's great. I would love to see some more Kevin Butler, to be honest. I would fucking love to see some Kevin Butler. To him, Kevin Butler's like one of the funniest things that ever happened to Sony ever, because it feels like he gets it, you know, like I can feel Kevin Butler, like when he took that jack, like it's weird, it's stupid. I guess no one really gets it unless you're a real gamer, but it's still great just to see like Kevin Butler go crazy, all that shit. I mean, dude, I would mark out. I will throw my underwear for Kevin Butler.
Dear Economy Flooring, my old carpet won't hold up to high traffic use.
Well, Amanda, it sounds like you should take a look at our new Tough Rug. It's tougher than a no-scope headshot from a moving troop transport. Excuse me. Just a sec. Kevin Butler?
Kevin, it's Jack. We need you back.
Jack Tretton?
That's right.
But Jack, I've done everything anyone could hope to accomplish in gaming.
Kevin, we're ready to launch Project LLP.
Really? LLP? That was my idea. You can't do it without me.
That's what I was just saying.
I'm coming back no matter what you say. You are the boss of me. Listen up. I'm not coming back to the gaming industry to sell some watered-down, get-grandma-off-the-couch weak sauce. We're taking that sweet PlayStation gaming juice you've always loved, throwing it into an industrial-sized 3D HD access to online gaming for free centrifuge, and unleashing it in a 5-ounce form that could kill a centaur. So long live the kind of play that turns 5 more minutes into 5 more hours. Long live owning a TV that's worth more than your car. Long live what brought all of us to this party in the first place. Play. And I believe in that as much as I believe in my no-look flaming crossbow shot.
PlayStation
Oh, man. You gotta love it. Man. Long